Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy Grace, author of a retelling of the legend of Robin Hood, known as Return to Sherwood. It is day 7 of NaNoWriMo, and today I'm trying to get 10,000 words written. I don't actually expect to get 10,000 words, but when I give myself a specific goal to reach for, I tend to be more productive. And I'm okay with not reaching 10K, but I just set the goal at 10K so that I keep pushing myself all day long. That's basically what we're doing here. Anyway, I got behind this week, which I expected that I would because I work full-time and I'm always dead tired in the evenings, which is the only time that I really have to write. So yeah, I expected to get behind. It's still disappointing, but I expected it. So that's why we're doing a attempt at 10K today. I got just under 1,000 words during that live stream with Austin. Anyway, but that brought me over the crest of 9,000 words, so we're going to fill in our next little doodle here. I love this page. I love the simplicity, I guess, of doodling something every 1,000 words. It's making me very happy. I like the tracker that Bethany Altazada sent with the care package as well, with the blocks. I have that. I was also filling it out. Where did I put that? Hold on. There's so many pages here. I was going through it as well, but it started to seem a little ridiculous. This one. It's super cute. Anyway, it seemed ridiculous to do both, and this one is more fun. Don't tell Bethany I said that. I did get a little confused. I keep trying to count them. I know there's supposed to be 50 doodles, like that, I get that. But some of them come in like sets, you know? Like there are, can you see this on here? Let's see. Well, I had like the boots. Oh, that's too high. I had this, 2 boots together, and there's like 2 apples there. They come in sets, which makes sense. But then some of them are like, okay, these 3 little mushroom things are probably 1 doodle, right? What about these 3 leaves? Are they 1 doodle or 3 separate leaves? I don't know. So I've been trying to count and figure out what the 50 doodles are, and every time I do it, I end up like counting either like 48 or 49 or counting like 53. So I'm definitely counting it wrong. So what I've decided to do, instead of trying to count these doodles, I'm just doing the ones that are obviously 1 doodle, like this leaf and that pumpkin. Like, obviously that is 1 doodle. So I'm just doing the ones that are obviously 1 doodle, and then when I finish all of those, I think it will be more obvious of, these sets of ones. Like, it'll be clear how they go together, I think. Also, looking at it and trying to explain this to you, it doesn't seem as confusing as my brain was confused. Like, clearly this is like 1 doodle instead of 3, but it was definitely confusing me looking at all of these doodles and trying to count them. So yep, I'm sticking with the ones that are obviously 1 doodle until I run out. I just had this whole scene with a unicorn that was kind of a big deal. Like, it means a lot to the plot and foreshadowing and things, but it was not in the original plan. Like, it's not in my outline at all. It just sort of came out of nowhere. The unicorn was like, I am now a part of this story, here I am, which was odd, but I really enjoyed that. I'm at about 3,400 words at this point. Does this look purple? I thought this was brown, but this looks purple. We have a purple football. It's fine. That is definitely not brown. I'm colorblind, you guys. We're just gonna have a rainbow football because that's how we feel about hitting 11,000 words. As long as we're making it a rainbow. I am just now at 11,000 words, reaching the moment that I assumed in plotting was the catalyst or the inciting incident. But it's a, it's a solid way into chapter 2 and doesn't feel like... It doesn't really feel like the moment that kicks off the story anymore, even though it is. Like, it is the moment that starts Messiah on her path of self-destruction. I don't know. It just feels like it's so far into the story that it's not necessarily the inciting incident, but I don't know what else would be. There's just a lot that happens before it. We caught back up, which is a start, and now I would like to get ahead so that I don't get behind again. Because starting 5,000 words ahead did not last the week. It really did not. It got close, but it did not last the week. So, yeah. Because I can't get a lot of writing done on weekdays, I need to get a lot in the next 2 days. I took a couple hours break, also had a shower, all of that in an effort to recharge the brain. The creative juices were getting very tired. I'm about to get back into it though with a writing buddy and maybe do some sprints together. Hopefully get some more words. We're nowhere near 10,000, but we did pretty good. We caught up so far today, and now anything I get is getting ahead, so that's great. Also, I have tomorrow still to get even further ahead before the week happens. Last week I only had one weekday that I got any serious amount of writing done. The other days were like 100 words, 300 words, things like that. Also the day that I did 5. Yeah, I only had one night that had over 1,000 words. And then obviously I had Sunday where I had over 5,000 words. I think I'm really just going to get writing done on the weekends. I mean, I'll keep trying every weekday. But I'm not going to push myself. Like, if I get 5 words and it's a struggle, I'm just going to be like, okay, that's what it is. Because I'm not going to stress it on the weekdays. I wasn't so far behind that I couldn't catch up in a day. And I still have tomorrow to get even further ahead, so it's not a big deal. I'm not going to fall behind. I'm not going to lose Nano yet. I was working on potential book titles. Some of these are for the book that I'm writing, and some of them sort of spurred me off in a direction of making this story a series, so I got a little carried away. I have too many things. I actually brainstormed a 4-book idea. We'll see if I actually pulled that off. It is 6 o'clock in the evening, and I only made it just over 4,000 words so far, so not the 10K that I was shooting for today. But I got completely caught up and a tiny bit ahead, and I still have all of tomorrow to also get ahead, so I think I'm okay with calling it for a night at my, 4,123 words today. And then tomorrow I'll try for another 5K if I can get it. I've started chapter 3, which is exciting, except I didn't really start chapter 3. What happened was I realized halfway through the scene I was writing, I saw the page number and realized that I was like 5-ish pages longer than I usually make my chapters. So I scrolled through all of chapter 2, finding a good place to break it. Can you hear the football game excitement? Anyway, I scrolled through chapter 2 and I just broke it. Not exactly in half. It was like a third at the end that I was like, you are now chapter 3. And now I'm just adding on to that to make more of chapter 3. I think I just about hit the camera with my hand just now. Sorry about that. So the catalyst, which earlier I was discussing, has sort of kept getting pushed further and further back into the story, is now in chapter 3. The whole... My nieces are very loud tonight. The whole build-up of this story and what the nature of the story is moving into the rest of this book. Wow, this was very vague and confusing. Anyway, the whole point, though, is that the princess isn't named Heir, even though she's the older of the two twins, and so she goes on this whole quest to prove that she is the worthy ruler and she should be the queen. So the catalyst in my mind when plotting was the moment, like the proclamation, when the king was like, my son is going to be the heir instead of my daughter. But now the proclamation isn't until chapter 3, and it feels late to be an inciting incident. I love this, like, shloop back up as I caught up. Also a giant sort of W for winner. Who's next? Who is volunteering as tribute? See, now this time I knew it was purple. Okay, how? How, I ask? How have I not gotten a bingo yet? I guess now would be a good time to do the outro things that I never ever do and say, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more similar writing journey content.